A quick run through of the parts of a microscope. We have, of course, the eyepieces, which are right on top where you look through to see your specimen. So we will have the revolving nose pieces, which is where you will have the different objectives. There will be an on-off switch. So your specimen, for you to be able to view it, you would have a coarse adjustment knob, and then you would also have a fine adjustment knob. So in general, you deal with the coarse adjustment knob, and once you can see your specimen nicely, then you use the fine to fine tune it for your eyes. The space where your sample goes is called the stage. This is where you're going to place your slide. There's a clip to hold the slide or specimen in place, or if you're using a flask, tissue culture flask, then you wouldn't need a clip. But if you have a sample that needs to be held, there's a clip, a stage clip. So underneath the stage, you're going to notice that you have some parts of the microscope underneath. Now, right underneath that stage, you will see a condenser, and the condenser has several parts to it. Your condenser has an iris diaphragm. This is a diaphragm that works similar to the diaphragm in your eye, in that it opens and closes, and when it does so, it increases or decreases the amount of light that you can have. So obviously a microscope will magnify your image. So specifically, what is it doing? So right at the top, your eyepieces or ocular lenses, they will actually magnify your image 10 times, just right off the bat. And then you have these nose pieces, the revolving nose pieces, where you have 4 different objectives. So the lowest one is a 4x objective, and this one is generally referred to as a scanning objective. Then there is a 10x objective, which is your low power. And then there's also a 40x objective, and this one is called a high dry, because you can look at your specimen at this objective without any aids. And then there's an oil immersion objective, and this one is generally 100x. So once you've looked at the objectives, what you've picked to look at your specimen, you always multiply by 10 because of the eye or ocular pieces that by default amplify 10x. So if we used a 40x objective, then we will multiply by 10, and we will know that that image has been magnified 400 times. So a typical process you follow when trying to view a specimen through a microscope is you turn on the microscope. Then you can look for the light source and either decrease or increase it. Generally, it should have been turned down when the previous person used it or when you used it. So you go ahead and increase the light. So once you've increased the light intensity so that you can see, you can go ahead and place your slide on the microscope. Or if you're viewing specimens like tissue culture specimens, then you can go ahead and place that flask or petri dish. It's generally a good idea to have the stage as low as possible so your specimen is not too close to the eye, to the objectives. You would want to start off with your 10x objective. Use the clips if you're looking at a slide to hold it in place. And once it's in place, you'll be able to move it from the sides, backwards. You can also go from forward and side to side. Make sure that the object you're trying to view is right above the light. Always be mindful to adjust your seating position so that you're comfortable and you're not hunched over, because you will get quite sore after a while. If you notice, you will have the 2 eyepieces or oculars and you want your eyes to fit in there. So you probably have to adjust it so that, because everyone's got different widths apart that their eyes sit, so you have to adjust the oculars for your eyes. The aim is to have the field of view for your left eye and the right to come together. So you may have to adjust the oculars as you would a binocular, if you've ever used a binocular at a sporting event. And so now that you have the field of view centered and you are in a comfortable position, you can now start to use the coarse adjustment so that the stage will rise up a little bit towards the eyepieces. And you're going to do it until you see a bit of color, which is your organism or specimen coming into focus. But to really have the specimen be in focus, you need the fine adjustment. So you look for the fine focus knob in order to get it into perfect view for your particular eyes. Someone may have adjusted it and it suited them. That's fine. But then when you come to view it, you probably will have to play around a little bit with the fine focus, but not the coarse, in order to adjust it for your eyes. If it's a bit fuzzy and it's not due to the fine focus, maybe you have to clean the eyepieces a little, so you can use some cotton tips. I think in America they call it Q-tips, in order to spray some Windex or lens cleaner to clean. Once you've had a look at the specimen at focus at 10x, you can go to a higher objective. And so if you rotate the nose piece, you can go to the 40x, and how you know it's locked into place is there'll be a gentle click. If you're not actually in the proper centered or correct position, you won't be able to see much because you'll be blocking the light. Once you're there at the higher magnification, you once again likely need to adjust with your fine focus. To view certain specimens, you're likely going to need to use the oil immersion. So if you want to see falciparum, parasite inside red blood cells, for instance, at the 10x, 40x, you won't be able to see it. But at 100x, you will. And here you need oil. So you use the oil immersion, a drop of oil, and then you can use the 100x objective. So don't forget now, to be able to see the parasite, you've actually amplified it 1,000 times because the eyepiece is 10x, and then you've also used the 100x objective. So if you struggle to see specimen at, say, the 40x and 100x, it means that you may have to go back to the 10x to adjust your view to make sure you were actually focused on something on the slide. To remove the oil, you want to use some paper towel and just fold it up and place it in order to blot away. You don't want to be wiping, scrubbing. Always remember to move your objective out of the way when you are cleaning. So that brings us to the end of this video. If it was helpful, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll catch you in the next one. God bless.